Just 30 minutes from the center of Haiphong, there's a place where Vietnam's last emperor once came to escape the busy city. Today, the old villa still stands above the sea in Do Son. So I decided to ride there with a friend and see what it's really like inside. And this turned out to be much more than just a trip to the beach. Come along with me and let's explore this journey together. Hi, I'm Sang. I'm 27 years old, and I'm a freelance video editor living in Haiphong, Vietnam. A few months ago, I left my office job and even used my savings to get a hair transplant, hoping to regain my confidence and take a chance on becoming a YouTube creator. And today, I'm taking you with me to explore Bao Dai Villa, the former residence of Vietnam's last emperor, and the beautiful seaside city of Do Son. So, let's see what this journey is really like. Welcome to Vietnam Diaries. My friend and I set off from home by motorbike at around 4:30 p.m. The weather was beautiful, with warm afternoon sunlight and a soft golden glow. It wasn't too hot, making it a perfect time for a ride. Along the way, I spotted a Vietjet plane taking off near Cat Bai International Airport, right along the road we usually take past the airport. This is Rao 1 Bridge, which was rebuilt a few years ago and has become one of the symbols of Haiphong. The bridge features beautiful architecture, including phoenix flower designs, the iconic symbol of our city. This is the road that leads straight to Do Son Beach in Haiphong from the city center. Many visitors take this route to Do Son by bus, car, or motorcycle. After riding for a while, my friend and I stopped at a red light at an intersection, getting ready to turn onto a road leading to Do Son. On one side, there are local houses, hotels, restaurants, and entertainment areas, while on the other side, you can already see the sea. In the morning and afternoon, many locals come here to cycle and exercise, while visitors enjoy drinks by the sea, relax in the breeze, or go swimming. The area can get quite busy, with plenty of activities and a lively atmosphere throughout the day. On your left is the beginning of Zone 1 Beach. The water here isn't as clear and blue as some other beaches because this area receives a lot of nutrient-rich sediment carried by the rivers. If you're looking for clearer, blue-green water, you can head further out to Cat Ba Island, where the sea is much more turquoise and scenic. On the right, you'll see a place decorated with many red lanterns. This is Hang Pagoda, a well-known Buddhist site in Do Son. According to local tradition, Buddhism was introduced here very early in Vietnam's history, making this pagoda an interesting place to learn about the area's culture and spiritual heritage. Today, the tide is quite high, so there are fewer people swimming than usual. When the tide is lower, the sandy beach becomes much more visible, and more visitors come here to relax, have a drink, or go swimming. Even today, though, the sea breeze feels fresh and cool. Along the road, there are plenty of seafood restaurants, food stalls, hotels, and other places for visitors to eat, relax, and enjoy their time by the coast. Next, we decided to visit Bao Dai Villa in Do Son, and we're now on our way there. This is actually my first time visiting, so I'm really excited to explore it. The place has recently become quite popular on social media, with many young people coming here to take photos, explore the historic architecture, and enjoy the beautiful scenery. This is the road leading to the entrance of Bao Dai's palace, lined with beautiful green trees on both sides. You can drive here by either car or motorbike and park right near the entrance. This was the seaside retreat of Vietnam's last emperor, Bao Dai. Whenever he traveled to northern Vietnam for work, he would stay here. From the palace, you get a beautiful view overlooking the sea and the coastline of Do Son. The sunset over the sea looks absolutely beautiful from here. After that, my friend and I bought tickets to explore the inside of the palace. The entrance fee was about $1.20 per person. Inside, the palace is designed in a classic European style, with elegant architecture and a very different atmosphere from the buildings we usually see in Vietnam. Here are the visitor guidelines and rules for exploring the palace. This road looks like it was recently resurfaced, making it smoother and more convenient to walk on. Along both sides, you'll see beautiful yellow flowers and green vines climbing up the walls, adding a lovely touch to the surroundings. The palace grounds are filled with lush green trees, and the sea breeze makes the whole area feel cool and refreshing. The gardens are also carefully maintained, and there are swings and small seating areas where visitors can sit, relax, enjoy the breeze, and take photos with the sea in the background. Looking around, I couldn't help thinking that this really was a beautiful place for someone of such high status to stay and enjoy the view. If you ever visit Vietnam, especially Haiphong, I highly recommend coming to Do Son Beach and visiting Bao Dai's palace. You can enjoy the beautiful scenery, fresh sea breeze, and peaceful atmosphere while getting a glimpse of the interesting everyday life of people living along the coast. Haiphong is also one of the most dynamic port cities in northern Vietnam, with a large and important seaport. In the distance, you can see fishing boats heading out to sea as local fishermen begin another day on the water. It's a simple but familiar part of life along the coast. This is the front of Bao Dai's palace, with its elegant, old-fashioned architecture. Now, let me take you inside and show you what's here. As soon as we enter, we can see the antique tables and chairs once used by the royal family, along with photographs of Emperor Bao Dai and Empress Nam Phuong. There are also various historical objects and old decorations on display for visitors to explore. The warm colors and classic interior design give the palace a cozy, nostalgic atmosphere. This room displays antique cups, household items, cabinets, and other objects from the past. This was the Empress's room, and you can see the classic furniture and old-fashioned interior design. Everything has a warm, nostalgic feeling. Some everyday objects, such as an old telephone and other vintage items, have also been preserved and displayed for visitors to see and learn about the history of this place. The interior here was designed with many connecting doors and windows between the rooms, so you can see that each room has several openings leading to other areas of the palace. It's quite different from modern homes today, giving the building a more traditional and connected layout. This is an old rotary telephone, something I've rarely had the chance to see in real life. There are many vintage objects like this on display here, giving visitors a glimpse into what everyday life was like in the past. This is the back courtyard of Bao Dai's palace, with a beautiful view overlooking the sea. Today, this area can also be rented for private parties and special events. Visitors who are interested need to contact the palace in advance to make arrangements. This is a photograph of Empress Nam Phong wearing a traditional Vietnamese Bao Dai. Empress Nam Phong was known for her exceptional beauty and elegance. Before marrying Emperor Bao Dai, she was famously recognized as the Miss Indochina, a title celebrating her beauty at the time. She later became the last Empress of Vietnam and was admired for her graceful style, especially when wearing the traditional Vietnamese Bao Dai. This is the large dining room, complete with a standing bar area displaying wine and other drinks. The space looks quite elegant and luxurious, with a classic royal atmosphere. There's also a large antique ceramic vase that has been preserved here for many years as part of the decoration. From the dining room, you can look through the windows and see the beautiful garden filled with lush green trees. In the distance, you can also see the sea, with the sound of the waves creating a peaceful and relaxing atmosphere. The cool sea breeze makes this place feel even more comfortable. And this is the staircase leading down to the basement area. Down here, there are wooden tables and chairs where visitors can enjoy meals or drinks if they make a reservation in advance. The wooden furniture and staircase give this space a very old-fashioned, nostalgic feeling. From here, the stairs lead back toward the entrance path, where you can see the yellow flowers and green vines growing along the walls, with the sea on one side. This might be one of the most beautiful corners of Bao Dai's palace. With yellow flowers and green vines on both sides, along with the palace's beautiful old architecture, it's easy to see why so many young people come here to take photos. In recent years, this place has become much more popular thanks to social media, attracting more and more visitors. I personally think it's a beautiful and peaceful place, and definitely worth experiencing if you visit Dosan. Today is Thursday, right in the middle of the week, so there aren't too many visitors around. Most people are still busy working and won't have time to come here until later. But on weekends, this place can get much busier, especially with young people and tourists coming here to explore and take photos. This is a costume rental area where visitors can rent traditional royal-style outfits and dress up for photos. There's also a second floor where the children of Emperor Bao Dai and Empress Nam Phong stayed. Before going upstairs, visitors are asked to leave their shoes downstairs. Up here, you'll find several bedrooms that once belonged to the royal princes and princesses, giving us a glimpse into how the royal family lived. The view from these bedrooms is beautiful. The windows look straight out toward the sea, with green trees and buildings adding to the scenery. I imagine that in the past, the view would have been almost entirely sea and nature. But in recent years, more hotels and resorts have been built around Dosan, so you can now see quite a few modern buildings nearby as well. After that, my friend and I went back down to the garden in front of Bao Dai's palace and sat there talking for a while, enjoying the cool sea breeze. We then took a walk around to the back of the palace, where there were more green trees and a beautiful view of the sea. Being here feels so much more relaxing than sitting in an office all day. When I was still working in an office, I rarely had the chance to go somewhere like this, walk around, and simply enjoy the fresh air and nature. By now it was getting close to evening, so most visitors had already left, and the palace grounds were much quieter. Bao Dai's palace is open from 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. every day, giving visitors plenty of time to explore the palace and enjoy the surroundings. I really love going to the beach, especially listening to the sound of the waves in the evening. There's something so peaceful and relaxing about the cool sea breeze and the sound of the ocean. But I still don't know how to swim. Hopefully, I'll take swimming lessons in the near future, because I think it's a really useful life skill to have. Whenever I go to the beach, I usually just stay on the shore and take a walk. I don't go into the water because I want to stay safe. This is Niang Wharf in Do Son, a historical site connected to the end of the French colonial period in Haiphong. In May 1955, the last French colonial troops withdrew from Haiphong, marking the end of French colonial rule in the city. Today, Niang Wharf is recognized as a historical site, preserving an important part of Haiphong's history. By now, it was already dark. Along the road, the restaurants, seafood stalls, hotels, and other businesses were beautifully lit up, creating a lively atmosphere for both locals and visitors. On one side, you have all the restaurants and shops, while on the other side is the sea, with the gentle sound of the waves in the background. My friend and I are now riding our motorbike back home, bringing this journey to an end. In the evening, you can sometimes see people standing along the seaside with fishing rods, quietly waiting for a catch. Others sit at small sidewalk cafes, having a drink and enjoying the cool evening breeze. These are very familiar scenes around here, especially after the sun goes down. As we continued our ride home, the road looked absolutely beautiful. On one side, there were green trees, and on the other side was the sea. The gentle sound of the waves and the cool night air made the journey feel so peaceful and relaxing. It was a completely different atmosphere from the noise and busy streets of the city. For me, moments like this really feel like a kind of healing after a long day. But once we got closer to the city center and the main roads, the atmosphere changed completely. The streets became much busier, with cars, motorbikes, and people everywhere. Some were coming home from work, some were heading out for the evening, and others were simply on their way to take care of their daily business. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please support me by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to leave a comment and let me know which country you're watching from. Goodbye!